Hello, and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming. This Agatha Christie the ABC murders video shows you how to complete the end of the game, and you should get the majority of the achievements if you followed the other 4 parts of the video series. First thing to do is to check the newspapers on the little table by the red sofa.
Daily Blag, August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast.
Go to the mirror by the front door and make sure you twirl your moustache. Sometimes it's a different animation, and you might have to click on it twice to ensure the achievement or trophy will unlock later. Then pick up the letter on the floor by the door. You can check out the books again in the top left corner. I would, as even though you would have done it previously, it's possible it will still count as an observation.
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag. Churston, Devon, population 500 inhabitants. Hourly of trains. London, Churston. Trains of evening. London, 6:45 p.m. Newton about 11 a.m. Churston, 11:45 a.m. London, 11:45 p.m. Newton about 6:08 a.m. Churston, 7:15 a.m. Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed,
Go to the main desk, and for the third and last time, you have to compare letters, and again you have to pick a capital L, capital A, and a lowercase w on each letter.
let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the 2 letters may have similar defects. Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the I characters in the 2 letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. That's right. The A characters in the 2 letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. The W is not printed properly. Of course, the W characters in the 2 letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These 2 letters were written with the same typewriter. Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents.
Go to the mirror by the front door and interact with the table underneath for a puzzle. You have to assemble the 4 bits of paper that you found in the wheelbarrow. The pieces of paper will always have one at the top, which is unmovable, and you've got to assemble around it. Pick up the 4th blank piece and put it on the right, and then the last piece of paper underneath. Then the 3rd piece underneath on the right, and join that with the 1st piece and the 3rd piece.
It's so simple. This page is finished. That's done.
The top right paper, start with the middle blank paper and put it on top of the paper. Then the last 2 at the bottom starting with the writing. Then the final 2 starting with the writing on the right hand side.
This piece should be placed here. This page will be reconstructed in a flash. This page is finished. And that's 2 done. It's easier than I thought.
The bottom right paper, get the middle short piece to the right of the paper, then the 4th piece to the left and the 2nd piece to the right, and then finally the last piece on the right and the 1st piece on the left.
This page is finished. Only 1 more. Keep going.
The final paper at the bottom left. Pick the 4th piece and put it on the right. The last piece underneath on the left, the small 3rd piece to the right of it, and finally the 2nd piece to the right and the big 1st piece underneath it.
This piece should be placed here. I think that this is right. This page is finished. All the pages are reconstructed.
Take the bottle and pour it on the cloth, and bring the cloth to put it on the paper. Then inspect and read all 4 pieces of paper.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent. Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Handlebar. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Custs. War wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia. Dick Dudley Donbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Choose the following options. Mrs. Asker's name is visible on the document. Sir Carmichael Clark medical records has been consulted recently, and all the victims suffer from throat afflictions. You will unlock the achievement trophy for completing all brain cell questions, even though there is a lot more to come.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C or D, and it is precisely the files that...
The phone will ring. Go to the main desk to pick up the phone and answer the following dialogue options. Answer Alexander Bonaparte Custs, indicate the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster, and call instead of Jack.
Chief Inspector.
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Alexander Bonaparte Custs.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Custs. How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Custs' description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Chief Inspector, I would rather call myself.
As you wish. Please go ahead.
Hello,
During the next phone call to Dunbar, pick the following dialogue options. Ask to speak to Dunbar. Say he's a crook. Put the danger into perspective. Custs is only a suspect, and ask him to keep an eye on him.
No, it is you I wish to speak with.
But who is this Custs?
A crook.
A crook? He seems such a decent chap. Do you think that Custs might be dangerous? Oh, I do hope you're wrong. He seems so harmless, you know. Yes, completely harmless.
We must not overestimate the danger. After all, we are not absolutely sure he is guilty.
What should I do?
Watch him. If he leaves the hotel, watch where he is headed.
An enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Enter the guest house, talk to the woman, and choose the following dialogue options. Tell her she is of great help. Congratulate her for her observation. Ask her if it was blood. Ask her to continue, and ask when he started to buy newspapers.
Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Custs left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Custs?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the war. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Do you think it was blood?
Well, when I saw them, I thought, look, he spilled his wine or his soup all over himself. But now that I think about it, well, they did look like blood.
Cudt used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always unwell on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Custs was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Custs rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah, I remember one thing. Bexhill's by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Custs asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churston. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
Now observe the woman and zoom in on the mouth, her body upper area, and her hands.
I really would like to help, but I think I've said all I have to say.
Mrs. Marbury is in a good mood. She's working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel.
Observe the right-hand side of the counter and zoom in on the cushion, the picture, and the piece of string.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
Grab the key on the left-hand side of the desk and investigate the book.
For me.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Custs rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Head upstairs, interact with the mirror, and investigate the blood that's under the sink that's under the mirror.
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there.
Interact with the cabinet that's just to the right of the mirror, and investigate both bottles, which you will take them. Then observe the bed area, and zoom in on the coat on the chair, the bed, and the dishes by the bed.
Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject will probably be useful to me. Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject would probably be useful to me. How hopeful. This place is a real mess. The least we can say that Mr. Custs is not very concerned about order and balance.
Investigate the desk on the right-hand side, and investigate the letter, the spilled ink, the pencil sharpenings on the left-hand side of the desk, the knife and the book in the drawer, and then the typewriter.
Did Custs drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? Custs is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. It's an ABC. A long-bladed knife, a murderer's weapon. This subject would probably be useful to me. I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
You will need to unscrew the left and right caps that's holding the writing strip. Then select the writing strip and turn it until Poirot says something, and that's the last interaction you need in this section.
The left-hand heel has been removed. The right-hand heel has been removed. And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Custs typewriter.
Investigate the boxes in the bottom left corner. Investigate the open box, and then use the knife to open the other box.
ABC guides. Enough to sign about a dozen murders. This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string. Stockings.
Investigate the wardrobe on the left and interact with the hanging clothes and the objects on the shelves, starting with the paper on the second shelf, and investigate downwards.
Trousers, white shirts. Everything has been washed very well. The Bexhill daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder. Most probably the bathing dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Choose the following options. This room was rented to someone else on July 25th. The Bexhill local paper dating from the date of Betty's murder was found in Custs' room. Head back downstairs and talk to Jap and choose the following options. Cust was in Churchton, Cust was in Buxhill, and Cust was in Andover.
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Choose the following options. All the letters come from the same typewriter. He has a knife like the one used to stab Carmichael. He has ABC guides at home. Choose the following options. He keeps the newspapers that talk about the murder. He lied about his destination, and he had blood on him. Exit the guest house and take the taxi to go to the police station. In the station, go through the door on the right and observe Cust. Zoom in on his eyes, hands, and crumpled jacket.
To Scotland Yard, please. This man is not in good shape. He is worried and very tired, and other police have been hard on him.
Choose the following dialogue options. Present yourself. Ask why he sent the letters. Acknowledge his innocence. Admit that you do not believe he is a murderer. Get him to talk about his army. Get him to believe he is innocent. Say that witnesses saw him in the 3 towns, and so it would appear that you have typed them before sending them to yourself. After the interrogation, you will only have a small window to do this. If Custs starts coughing, select the cough medicine and give it to him, or if he rubs his head because of bad headaches, give him the sedative.
I have many.
I do not believe that you are capable of murder, Mr. Cust.
I hope not.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions, just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Of course, you never considered killing a doctor who took such good care of you.
No, never.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot, but not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards. So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is... Take this. It will help you.
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look.
Exit the room, then pick the following choices. He suffers from hemoptysis. He suffers from abscesses. He has a problem with his throat.
What conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Choose the following options. Carmichael was attacked from behind, and Mrs. Marbury saw Custs' shirt with stains on the buttonholes. Choose the following options. You would expect a murderer to keep newspapers in all his crimes, and he did not appear to recognise Poirot. Choose the following options. He says he did not commit the murders, and he had no reason to kill them. Choose the following options. The army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. He was very hesitant, shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident, but he wasn't. Medium-sized glasses, dark suit, and a felt hat, not the sort of man you'll notice. Oh, it wasn't for pleasure, he was always unwell for trains. I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Custs is parsimonious. Enter the taxi to return to the house for the last time, and use the mirror for the final time, and make sure he twirls his moustache. If you have done all the mirrors, you will unlock an achievement or trophy. The 2 books won't count for a 3rd time. Read the final 2 newspapers by the small table to the right of the sofa.
Daily Flicker, September the 11th, 1935. ABC Affair, Terminus Doncaster, Jap and Poirot. The Lancet, September 11th, 1935. General Medical Journal. The alphabet murderer is not psychotic, according to Professor Thompson. In an early issue, we claimed that the alphabet murderer was not psychotic. Our assertion has just been confirmed.
Head to the glass cabinet on the left-hand side, and you want to load the gun with blanks, which is the green box, then give the gun to Hastings.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets. The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks. The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets. Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
Answer the phone, and after the cutscene you will have more deductions to do. Choose the following options. The letter's late arrival saved the murderer.
Is that you?
The error in the address caused the letter to be delivered late, and the murderer always warned Poirot about his murders. Choose Poirot's address is not very known. Choose the following options. Custs is easily influenced, and Custs was wounded during the war. Choose the options. Alice Asker and Betty Bernard are in Dr. Clark's medical records, and the murderer found a way to access Dr. Clark's medical records. Choose the following dialogue options. Say that just one murder is of interest to the killer, and indicate that Donald's farm worked for Clark.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer, the others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest, and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at two potential culprits.
Franklin Clark. Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle, that's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle. He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it, and you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark?
That's ridiculous.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Choose the following options. He's a bright man with a promising career ahead of him. Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I have doubts about myself. Well, women seem to like him. I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married. and he would have made Betty a good husband.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Choose the following options. School report for Franklin Clark. Take Franklin, he's fallen for her sweet-talking charms. Come on, Poirot, I'm a married man. The Railway Children. Dear Franklin, first I wish you a good start to a successful new year, and it is normal that people helping with this inquiry should be reimbursed. Say the following dialogue. Say that Thora Grey bothered him and lie about the fingerprints found on Custs' typewriter.
Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Custs was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Custs. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no, you know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà, light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff. One thing proves it. The prints you left on Custs' typewriter.
Enough.
Oh, of course you wiped the typewriter before sending it. But not carefully enough. Scotland Yard has found your print along with those of Custs.
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter. And while you were searching through...
If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, where there are more story-based choice and consequences games, with walkthroughs, plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases to retro games. Thanks for watching.